Hi guys, I honestly believe if Suella Braverman said that she was going to mine the English Channel, racists and bigots will be shouting their support from the rooftops. It sort of begs the question, is there anything that the Tory government could do that would be too cruel for the likes of Ben Habib? Well, here he was on Ben Habib-friendly GB News talking about electronically tagging asylum seekers. Now he justifies this by claiming that they have committed a crime, which they haven't. Oh God, have a listen to this.
And is it fundamentally cruel and inhumane to tag people anyway, in any case?
Well, let's just get this into perspective. These people are entering the United Kingdom illegally, having left a safe country, taking on this perilous journey, knowing that they will be deported if the government is to be taken seriously, which perhaps they don't do, because, you know, our government's hopeless in delivering the promises it makes. But I don't think there's anything cruel in tagging these people. They should, in my view, they should be arrested for entering the country illegally, and they should be detained.
Oh God. All right. Why are they not being arrested? Ben? Is it because the police can't be bothered? Is it because the police are overwhelmed? Or is it because they haven't actually done something illegal? And this is a question I'd love to ask Ben Habib, and I'd love for Suella Braverman to be asked every time she says illegal migration. I would love for a journalist to stop her and ask, what? So you're saying illegal. What crime have these people committed? Oh, well, they've crossed the channel illegally. Then why aren't you putting them in prison? Why is it Border Force that are picking up people and not the police and putting them in jail? If they've committed a crime, surely you'd be putting them in prison. But isn't it interesting how none of the racists and bigots will actually answer this question? They say, yeah, they're committing a crime, but we're not actually, there's no follow-on on, well, why aren't we putting them in prison? Ben Habib seems to want to put them in prison, even though they haven't committed a crime. It's not illegal to cross the channel and claim asylum. Now, if you want to talk about illegal migration, even though it doesn't exist as a legal term, the closest you could get to it is people overstaying their visa. And those people are generally deported. So there's no problem here. It's not illegal to cross the channel and claim asylum. If it was, then the people would be put in prison. But they're not.
And then they should be deported. But here's the easiest way to deal with the backlog. Stop more people from coming. Get Border Force to do what their name suggests, which is to stop the boats in the channel, turn them round and send them back to France. And before anyone starts saying, oh, well, that's deeply dangerous, they're going to jump overboard, they're going to commit all sorts of self-harm in order to prevent Border Force from doing its job. Remember, these people left a safe country. They paid money to leave France. They willfully, knowingly went into a dinghy making that dangerous journey. If they can make that dangerous journey 12.5 miles to our territorial waters, they can turn around and make the journey back to France.
Oh, God. Is this guy serious, or is he just some sort of parody? It's also interesting that he comes from a migrant background and he's complaining about migrants. Anyway, so let's say, for example, Border Force see a dinghy in the English Channel and they're following Ben Habib's orders to push the boat back. What if the people don't want to go back? What if Border Force say, please turn around and go back to France, and they say, no, we don't want to? So what should Border Force do then? Physically push the boat back to France? What if there are other boats arriving at the same time? Should the Border Force vessel leave that one that they're fighting with and try and stop another? Should they stay with the vessel that they're fighting with and let the other one just continue on to England? What if there are people in danger? What if there's a boat capsizing? Should Border Force stay with the one they're trying to push back to France? Or should they go and help the people who are in danger? But also the point, like, let's just push them back to France. And then what after a few hours, they get back in the dinghy, the same one or maybe a different one, and come back again. They make another attempt to cross. Like, none of this makes sense. But then it's Ben Habib we're talking about.
And we need to develop the political will and courage to enforce our borders. We can discuss other mechanisms by which people leave France to get to the UK. But we have to have robust border control.
So the main point here that we're talking about was electronic tagging. And of course, this is turning asylum seekers into criminals. Because who do we normally electronically tag? People who have committed a crime. But these asylum seekers haven't committed a crime. So you're turning them into criminals. And what are people supposed to think when they see somebody walking down the street? An asylum, like if I see somebody walking down the street with an electronic tag on them, I automatically think this person is a criminal. But they may not be. They may be an asylum seeker. But how am I supposed to know the difference? How do you think an asylum seeker is going to be treated if they go into a supermarket wearing a tag? Now, I've said in another video, I don't think this is going to work because of the numbers we're talking about here. But maybe this is all just another plan for Tory donors or Tory friends to make a huge amount of money out of this issue. Because if there's electronic tags to be put on people's legs, it's going to be done by a private company. And, you know, Suella Braverman is going to sign the contract, whoever they are. So it's likely somebody is going to win a contract to put on these tags if this is what they're going to do. And they're going to make a lot of money out of this. It's not going to work, but it doesn't matter because the Tories are happy to spend other people's money. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.